Well, good evening, Black and Married with Kids. How are you this wonderful Takeover Tuesday? I am Dunamis Dee, aka known to so many as Pastor Dee. I hear you and what's going to happen for you. OMG, I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, today I got a very hot topic for you that I hope that and pray that you will be immensely blessed and it will shift some things not only within you as the woman, as a dunamis woman, but as a powerful woman who understands her assignment for the husband that has been given unto her. That is so exciting. I'm excited about your life and your legacy. For those of you all who don't know, dunamis is a Greek term for power. It is a miracle itself, and it has been endowed within each and every last one of us. However, I am very empathic about woman and us being created as women. That's why it's Dunamis Woman Enterprise, because we are the womb bearers, we are the life givers, we are the nurturers, we are the matriarchs, we are, in a sense, the glue that keep it all together. And that's why we end up so depleted in the depths of our soul, because our power is always being challenged. It's always being challenged from a spiritual perspective, because dunamis is a Greek term that means power, and it's a spiritual force, you all. It is a spiritual force. So I am the founder of Dunamis Woman Enterprise. And so what we do over there in Dunamis Woman Enterprise and in Mighty Christian Women, which is a private group as a component of that, we are here to spiritually lead you, spiritually guide you. I am here as a spiritual teacher and coach to ignite that power that's on the inside of you, that you may experience levels of healing in the depths of your soul, that you may be who you are for not only your life, but for your legacy, for your husband, for your relationships, for your children. Hey, Bobby, how are you? Hey, Shaquelle, how are you? Good evening. So that's why I'm very empathic. And most of all, you all, I coach so many women, and I speak to so many women of all races, but I'm very empathic about us as Black women, because why? I'm a Black woman, okay? And I understand that the challenges that we have been put through and that we have faced for our own life and our own legacy, but not only that, what our ancestors have dealt with and what they had to go through in order to get us here. We are the life givers that got to keep this moving, that we may continue to prosper. We may continue to reproduce. We may continue to give all of that which God has given us, that He may leave us a legacy in the earth. So we got some work to do, ladies. We got some work to do. So if you all are with me, say, I am ready to do some work. I am here to do some work because my family matters. Say, my family matters. My husband matters. My marriage matters. Whichever one you want to say, but put it up there because I know it matters to you. Well, tonight I'm going to be talking about hopefully giving you some spiritual nuggets based upon spiritual principles on how to get your husband to cleave and not leave. Okay. It's a spiritual art to what we do in our marriage, because God created man and woman. And when He put us together for a purpose. And so marriage is not just because, I went before the altar and I had my beautiful white dress on and he had his tux. That is outward appearance of what we're doing to proclaim the marriage that we are in. Okay. But the marriage is really about understanding our purpose and joining of hearts, joining of minds, and joining of souls of what has been put here for who we are and based upon who we were created to be. Yes, Karen, your family matters. I love it. Thank you. Your family matters. So a lot of things, you all, we got to go back to. We got to go back to the origin. We got to go back to getting an understanding and a greater understanding of who we are, so we can be propelled and we can be launched forward in a spiritual perspective, that we have been we'll see miracles happen in our life. Okay. And that's what it's all about. There's some things you can work for from a natural standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint, there's some things you just can't work for. And I know as Black people, we are accustomed to working day and night. But the reality of it is, it comes to a place and a time that we have to believe God based upon who He created us to be. So for those of you all who just tuned in, I am Dunamis Dee, affectionately known to so many as I spiritually lead, guide, and teach from a kingdom perspective as Pastor Dee. I love the fact that God has created us to be man or woman, and as he has put us together. So particularly as the woman that you are, your power need to be ignited even the more so you may experience the miraculous things that God has for your life. So I'm also grateful. Let me just say this to Lamar and Ronnie Tyler, who has given me this opportunity to be on this platform to speak to you. Why? Because you're no joke. You are powerful. So I don't take that lightly because I know I'm before great people on Black and Married with Kids. So before I get into the how-tos, okay, because that's so key. Hello, Helena. How are you? Healing is so important, you all. Healing is a necessity. And when I say healing, I'm talking about emotional healing, okay? Because whatever you are facing, spiritual forces comes to hit us as women directly in our emotions, okay? Think about it. We are emotional creatures. Men are more logical. Okay. Hey, Renee. So he comes to hit us in our emotions that will alter our thinking and get us out of the place of where we're supposed to be from a spiritual perspective. Hey, Don, how are you? So good to see you. So I want you to know that everything that I'm saying is important, that you know that you need more emotional healing in the depths of your soul, because the higher he wants to take you, the more God wants to prosper you, the more he wants to bless you in every area of your life, the deeper he wants to go within your soul. Now, there's nothing that a woman cannot do without understanding that she is connected to a great man. And in this case, I'm speaking to you because that great man is your husband. He's the band around your house. He's the band around your heart. Now, if we are in pain, guess what? They can be in pain too. Now, I believe nowadays men are hurting a little bit more than some women are hurting. Okay. But they just don't talk about it. They don't even go in the avenue of which we go because we are more responsible because we have the ability to respond. So let's go there now tonight when I'm talking about how to get your husband to start cleaving and not leaving. And when I say not leaving, I'm not always talking about from a physical standpoint, because we do have emotions, but they have them too. But realistically, we have more emotions because that substance has been taken out of them and has been given to us. So a man can leave mentally, a man can leave emotionally, and his body could be sitting right there. I'm telling you, he could be watching sports, he could be laying, he could be having sex with you, but internally he has escaped and went somewhere else. And what it does to us as women, it leaves us emotionally depleted because we came out of man. We long for them, but we don't just long for them because they know how to go to work and pay the bills and bring us the check. We need the essence of who they are. So when God assigned you to the husband that has been assigned to your life, and no, I mean assigned, okay? That means there was an intent there. There was a spiritual meaning for it. There was a purpose for it beyond your comprehension. I don't believe that God does things just for us to live in this earthly realm and rob Peter to pay Paul and get this and get that and do this and do that. And we don't get the true meaning of what and why we have been assigned. So cleaving, it's amazing because when I looked at this even the more, I love studying the word of God, you all. I love dissecting it, not just because it's in there, but because I know it has some principles that's deep down within. And that's why I love taking time, because I know that a lot of things, I've been married before and I have been to the altar. Okay. And I had to sit back and say, what is more deeper than this? It's deeper than this of what they're just telling me. So I had to do some research for myself, and I have been doing that over the last couple of decades to get a more in-depth meaning. But my question was, when I looked at this from a Genesis 2:24 standpoint, and it said, therefore shall man leave father and mother and cleave to his wife. Now, there was two things there that really kind of made me go deeper. And it says, man leave father and mother. And the first thing was therefore. So when you're looking at therefore, that means it's something preceding that to have a greater meaning, okay, of why it's leading you into that. So when it says therefore, man, it seemed like it would have said, therefore, husband, leave your father and your mother and cleave to your wife, or either would have said, man, leave your father and your mother and cleave to your woman. So it's saying man, and then it's saying cleave to your wife, because it's something in her, not just as woman, but when the woman is confident in who she is and who she has been created to be, and for the purpose that she's been created for, then it now fortifies her and qualifies her to move into a purpose-driven life as a wife. So in other words, the man needs you as you fulfill your mission, as you fulfill your purpose. And I'm not saying fulfill your duties. I'm not talking about where you just cook, clean, come home, do this, that. I'm talking about what is the true meaning of you being the woman, not a woman, the woman that you were created to be. So this is something that when it talk about cleaving, it means to really pursue her in a manner that goes deeper than just the fact I pursued you to be my wife and say I do. See, once you say I do and you become the wife, now it's a greater pursuit. Now it's a greater purpose that he has to cleave to. He has to abide with you with. He has to come to a greater meaning of who you are as the wife. And the cleaving now inhibits him from leaving, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Oh, I know this sounds kind of crazy and deep, but let me just say this in blatant terms, honey. You got what it takes. All right. I ain't talking about because of your hips and your hair and your money and all that. I ain't talking about that. You got what it takes on the inside that he needs without a shadow of a doubt. Now I'm going to get more into that when I go into the how-tos 1, 2, 3, and 4. But before I actually go there, I want you to understand that the therefore takes you to the scripture before that, when after Adam was put to sleep, the man, and when he woke up, he saw himself. Okay. And that's why he said, now God didn't say this, man said this. And this is the man that says he made a decision. He said, let me leave father and mother. But man said, I call her woman. Whoa, man. Whoa, man. Whoa, whoa. You got something here. You got something here. Everybody else had their mate. But man, I got something here. I got to pay attention to this. And so then it said, this is bone of my bones and she is flesh of my flesh. Now, if I really took some time to really dissect, tell you all what I have learned and what I have implemented in my own life and in my own relationships and in my marriage based upon that, it will blow your mind. But I would have to do that on my own platform because I don't want Lamar Roddy to talk about what, because it's deep, y'all. It's deep. Okay. But for the sake of this platform and this moment, when it says she is bone of my bones, that bone literally means of a stronger substance, of a stronger essence, of a stronger strength and a substance that's on the inside of her. Many of it is parallel. That's why you see women, they could be cops, they could be firefighters. We could do a lot of things they do. But spiritually, we have a stronger substance to bear down and to give birth to things and take a lot more pain. We could take a lot more and endure. We can deal with some things on a greater level that substance that was taken out of them was given for them through us. So when I say that's why you better be knowing that you know that the husband need you, it is his responsibility to cleave to you because of that stronger substance, not to be used against him, ladies, but to be used for him based upon who you are. So for those of you all who have just tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I pray that you're being blessed by something that's being said because I want your life to be shifted. I want you to be provoked in your mind and challenged. I am Dunamis Dee, affectionately known as Pastor Dee, as many because I'm a spiritual leader. I coach. I love getting into the hearts of women that they may be all that God created them to be. And that's why we work so hard and diligently from a spiritual perspective at Dunamis Women Enterprise. All right. So I thank you for tuning in. So now I'm going to help you to understand that stronger substance that you have, it has to be channeled in your own heart and in your own mind because he needs you. Okay. I want you, if you really believe what I'm saying right now and you really getting what I'm saying, I want you to type in there, my husband need me. It's okay. He needs you. I want you to understand that. And I want you to, and that's why healing, you all, emotional healing is so important, because I don't want you to say, oh, he needs me and he cleaving to me, and so he won't leave, because you are just thinking you all that within yourself, or because you may make more money than him, or because you just cocky in your own self. No, God has given you a strength, and he's given you a substance that as he cleaves to you, you're seeing him in a greater light. You're seeing him in a greater way. You're seeing him. And this is what's going to bring me into my how-tos. Now, how do I get him to cleave to me and not just leave? And when he over there on the corner and he watching sports, or he up there and he ain't saying nothing, because you all, I have been coaching couples for a long time. And the main common denominator that I get from every woman is that he ain't talking to me. He done shut me out. And we need that conversation, you all. We need communication, okay? We need it. Thank you, Candace. Your husband needs you. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Sojourner. Your husband needs you, and you need him. We need conversation. We need affection. We need to know that we are adored. But when they go off into their cave, okay? See, the cave prevents them from cleaving. Ain't that right, Jamaica? Yes, it prevents them from cleaving, and it keeps us emotionally depleted. And then before you know it, we got our own guards, and we got our own issues, and we got our own stuff, and we get puffed up, and now we're just existing together. Existing. And God wants us to live abundantly, live effectively, live with joy and vibrance. So the first thing I want you all to do, if you got a pen and a paper, I want you to write this down, because what I'm going to tell you out the gate, you're going to need healing even more in the depths of your soul. It's a lifestyle, you all. I will never stop going through the process of healing, because the more I do it, the better I become as the woman I know that I'm assigned in the earth to be. Number one. Okay, I want you to become confident that you have the substance and the strength that he needs. Okay, now when I say confident, don't go and showboat it and start talking. Yeah, I got what you need, and you need me. See, that's not what a dunamis woman does. A dunamis woman carries her confidence with grace. A dunamis woman carries her confidence with humility. A dunamis woman carries her confidence with a ability to say, I have been chosen for this great man. I've been chosen for this real awesome man. What an honor. What an honor to serve. What an honor to submit. What an honor to see all what God has put in him. Do you all know, because God assigned him to cleave to his wife, God wants to reveal some things to you about him that you have not been able to maybe see in your natural eye? But it all comes from the fact that your heart is properly postured and your soul is healed, that he may reveal. Okay? So I want you to be confident, you all. Can you just say on there, I'm going to be confident, Dunamis Dee? Can you say I'm going to be confident? I'm going to be confident with grace. I'm going to be confident with humility. I'm going to be confident with a poise that it's going to mess up his mind. He's going to say, who is she? Who is she? I'm not going to talk about everything. I'm going to learn how to be silent. I'm going to learn how to speak with strategically and skillfully. Okay? And number two, which is why you're going to do this. It's because your eyes is going to open up, and you're going to realize, and I want you to realize, that the husband that God has given you, he is not just a champion, but he is your champion. Come on now. He's not just, he's a champion. He's already a winner. I don't care what life what he comes to him. I don't care how he got to go through some stuff. That's why you have been assigned for him to cleave to you. No other woman can give him what he needs. It's you. And I want you to realize that he is your champion. Yes, Karen, he is your champion. Be confident in that with grace and humility. I honor you all. Every woman, my mother used to have a saying, and I'm going to share this with you before I go into number 3. My mother used to have a saying, may she rest in peace, because you know them old folks had some sayings. She would say, every woman got to wear her own shoes, and every tub got to sit on her own bottom. And I used to wonder, what does that mean? What is she talking about? But also the old folks used to say, honey, just keep a living. You'll understand it by and by. Well, I've come to a place where I understand what she's talking about. In other words, I am the assigned woman for the husband and for the man that God has for me. And honey, nobody else can wear these shoes, honey. Nobody else can have this tub sitting on this bottom. I am the woman. Okay, I am the woman that he's been assigned to cleave to. And when he lay his head on my chest, when he lay his head in between my legs, and when he lay his body there, I am the one. Okay, yes, be confident with grace, Shaquella. Honor him for who he is and not just what he do. Okay, many women, if they're not bringing home as much money as they want, if they're not getting a break like you want them, if they're not getting this done, it don't matter. It still don't take away from who he is. Do you know our black men are out there fighting every day? The forces in this world called evil, they come to target the black man. You all know history. I don't have to go there from a black history standpoint. Spirits never die. All right, I'm here to tell you, we may have been unleashed physically with shackles no longer on our neck and on our arms and on our feet. But do you know the enemy hates the black man and the black woman? Spiritual forces, demonic forces never die. Okay? We have to understand that we are equipped and we have been given the power to be able to move things spiritually out of our atmosphere because of who we are. And that's why we honor our husbands for who they are and not just what they do. All right. And then the last one that I have for you all. Are you ready? Are you ready, honey? Are you ready? You have to be unleashed as the woman that you may be able to be even a better wife, as the wife. Greater is supposed to come out of you. Freedom and liberty to be all that you can be. That's why it's important that we are unleashed from within. Okay, I'm excited about this tour that I'm going on, and I know I'm coming to a city and state near you. I know that. I already know that. I know that you're near the Arlington, Virginia area over there in Maryland and all those surrounding areas. I know that you're in Houston, Texas. I know that we got some black women from Black and Married with Kids in Chicago. Okay, as Lamar always say, I know my numbers. I know my peeps. I know where they are. Okay, I know that. I know that there's some women in Atlanta. I know that there's some women in Hampton, Virginia. I am coming to a city near you because what I'm talking about, you have to be unleashed in areas of your life from within. And that's why emotional healing is so important, you all. See, everybody might not understand it, but here you are to gain a greater understanding of who you are. I can't say every black woman is in this group. I can't say every black wife is here, but you are here for a purpose. So as you're endeavoring for greater, are you looking for greater in 2019? Not just from a financial standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. I think we put too much emphasis on money, not saying that we don't need it, but we put too much as that being our priority. Because all I know is in Matthew 6:33, it says, seek ye first the kingdom and everything else will be added to you. Yes, to be blessed. I am coming to California. That's my first stop. February 2nd. Thank you for reminding me. I will be right there in Los Angeles at the Courtyard Marriott on Century Boulevard Parkway. So I want you to come. I want you to go to that Bitly and look at all the dates. Look at all the cities and states. And I know it's a place near you. And let me tell you something. It's only a limited capacity. It's only limited. And that was intentional, you all. Sometimes we're trying to do so much with quantity. But God is saying, and Devetta, I'm looking for quality. Now, that don't always work good for me naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because naturally, if you put more people and you get more money, then you're going to have more outcomes in that aspect. But do you know it's so much richness in every last one of us as I'm going to be digging into your soul and unleashing some things that you have been harboring, that you have been feeling, that you have been stuck in areas of your life. Why? Because you are a dunamis woman. And the enemy has been hitting you. The enemy has been coming after you. Bam, bam, bam. And you've been trying to handle it within your head. And God says, I want to get a little bit deeper into your heart. And you all, when we've been through some stuff, particularly as a Black man or a Black woman, and I'm speaking from a Black woman standpoint because that's all I am as a Black woman, we hold things in and we start analyzing. We start trying to think things through. We start trying to reason with our head. And God said, I don't deal with your head. I want your heart. Because you know what? When we've been bruised, we close our heart off. When we have not been getting what we have been designed to receive, we close our heart off. But now it's the time for that heart to be unleashed as the woman within. So when you come back home from that tour, and when you come back home from that moment and that powerful time that you're going to have, do you know the husband that has been given to you, he's going to cleave to you anymore? He's going to cleave to you even the more. You all, there's many things out here as I close that is trying to pull our Black men. Perversion is trying to pull them out of the homes, okay? Frustration, irritation, okay? Just trying to take their mind, all right? We have a fight before us, and you can't fight this thing naturally. You better understand that the weapons of your warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. And you got the power to be able to do that for your life, for your legacy, and for your family. And most of all, for the husband, the band around your house, the band around your heart, the band around your home, the band around everything God has given you, because that's how powerful he is. Well, I thank you for tuning in. Y'all go to that bit.ly right there, bit.ly/healing tour 2019. Okay, go there, look at the link. The seats are limited and they're only $27. I'm not asking you for $270. All I ask is for $27, so the expense of that room can be taken care of. Do the math, 50 times 27. Y'all know it ain't taking me to the rich house, and it definitely ain't gonna get me out of the poor house, but it's gonna get me in God's house of what I'm supposed to do. And that's all that matters to me right now. All right, Danielle, I thank you for watching. Go to that bit.ly, and you all do me a favor, Shanita, and all the powerful women that is on here. Share this with another powerful woman that is in your circle of influence. It's time for us as Black women to band together. It was assigned by the enemy, particularly as we was victimized through slavery. The whole goal and modus operandi of Willie Lynch was to divide the Black woman, because when we come together, it's an explosion. When we come together unified, ain't nothing can stop us, you all. So I want you to go there. Okay, Don, I can't wait to see you. I appreciate you even helping me spread the word. Bobby, Andra, I thank you all. Go to that bit.ly, you all, and I will be looking to see you there. All right, talk soon. I am Dunamis Dee, your spiritual life and relationship coach, leader, and a kingdom teaching pastor. And if you haven't joined my private group, Mighty Christian Women, go ahead and do so. And I'm looking to see you on that platform as well. Have a great evening. All right, talk soon.